Okay.
What's up, everybody? Cam and Chris back again with another one. This time we got Anton Daniels again. I'm liking to listen to him because he be
Are you liking this
he be giving his opinions. I like people who get their opinion, whether I agree with you or not. Give your opinion. Don't be phony.
Wait, let me read this title.
Black women are too
I
comfortable.
said, let me read it.
See, that's what he be talking about.
No, okay, read it. Go ahead, finish it. Go ahead, because this say you better control your wife. So go ahead.
Exactly.
Read it.
No, wait, it's the other way. Black women are too comfortable talking reckless to black men. See, he already gonna be mad at me talking about control your wife.
Well, I tried to read it and you tried to cut me off for no good reason.
Yeah, but I'm the man. Don't cut me off.
Read it.
It hit different when you don't cut me off.
You mean it hit different when I do cut you off?
No, let's go. Let's
go. I want to hear this.
Because you know he's going to go in.
Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Why do y'all girls, because these girls is all saying that they got a man, right? They saying that, yo, my man is at home, or I got a man, or I got a husband, or, you know, somebody that live with me and all of this other type of stuff. And if that's the case, then why do y'all girl feel comfortable enough arguing with another grown man online? Why do y'all girl feel comfortable enough sending a DM to another grown man online? Why do y'all girl feel comfortable enough reaching out to my girl and her DMs in order to get her insight into what it is that we got going on in our relationship? Either she making you look bad and you don't know about it, or you a simp that ain't got no control of what happens in your household. I'll be damned if my wife is out here going back and forth trying to hold another man accountable for what it is that he's saying online, doing in real life, or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I think that that's one of the things that's wrong with what's happening in society in real.
You think so? He's saying people be in his DMs telling him, going back and forth with him
about what he say.
And
then they contacting his wife to see if she agree with what he say. Is that what he's saying?
Right. Like, what y'all got going on? Why he controlling you with all that?
Right. Or does he act like this at home? Maybe they just like this. Is he like this for real? Is he like this all the time?
Right. But I wonder, do he invite conversation? Or he, you know what I'm saying? Because you can have a conversation. Or he said, as a woman, you shouldn't be saying nothing to me.
Pretty much.
Is that what he's saying?
I think.
Or he's saying it's what you say. Because you can ask questions.
But more than likely, if somebody's asking him a question, it's because
you could disagree too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He may not like that. Maybe he don't like that.
He don't want to hear it from you.
Yeah.
As somebody else's wife.
As a woman.
Period.
Let's finish.
Because he must be...
Real life is that
he must be saying you ain't got no man at home because you doing this.
But he's telling these men to control their wives that are contacting him. He's saying these women say they got men, and he like, if y'all got a man, why are you allowed pretty much to be DMing me or my husband? I think that's what he's saying.
I'd be mad at you if you did that too, even though I know you wouldn't do that.
If I DM'd him and said,
the whole situation with the woman in the restaurant, you know, all that type of going back and forth.
Oh, well, you should be mad at that, right? Because
that's the first thing I said. What are you doing?
And I know you would if I was in an argument with a man, but I would again.
What were you trying to accomplish by doing it?
You would surely say that to me, which is why in my mind, no use to be arguing with this man thinking my husband coming in here to do something. Because first you says, why would are you? Come, let's go. That'd be like, what are you doing? I already know that. So I wouldn't even, again, like I said in the last video, I wouldn't even put you in that situation.
Nowadays, if you're not willing to kill somebody,
you're right.
Then trying to go be tough is going to be a failed mission.
Yes. Nobody is
You got to be running in there like that dude came in with the gun.
Yeah,
you got to come in with the gun and be like, hey.
I wouldn't call
this
you
my
in
wife.
there.
Next time you say something to her, you get shot.
I'm not calling you in there to fight. So if I call you in there, some deadly, and I'm not gonna put you in that situation.
And then you gonna, after all that, you gonna be thinking like, what the hell was I?
But
it's all my fault.
Now again, you just said you would be mad if I DM'd him and questioned something he said on his videos.
Now, if you make a comment, I'm cool with that. But going back and forth, that's different.
I'm not going back and forth with anybody. People make comments on us all, especially me. Especially me. I get all the bad comments. But I don't go back and forth with people. I'm going to like it or I'm not. I'm going to heart it or I'm not. I'm not going to go back and forth with anybody. It's come on now.
At some point.
And I even be like, you got to read this comment they wrote about me. I save it for you to see. Not because I want you to say something.
I'll be like, yeah.
Let's go.
Women feel compelled enough or they feel empowered enough to even be able to talk to men out of order, which is one of the reasons why, we find ourselves reacting to a lot of the situations that happen in real life instead of being proactive because she ain't got no man up over her. Now, again, that's context for people that allegedly, supposedly, are professing that they have a man in a household. I don't believe it, not even right? Because again, if you do have a man in a household, my wife is a reflection of me. So how she dresses, how she acts, how she talks to other men, how she deals with other men is a reflection of me. So she has to be on her P's and Q's. She has to be on top of it. I don't have to train her. I don't have to tell her anything. Just her being around me and my presence in her life yields a different type of disposition or a different type of way in which she operates, because she know she has to carry herself a certain type of way, because not only do she have to have a level of self-respect for herself, but then it's also disrespectful to me if she's not doing the same. It's almost like, and I hate to equate it like this because then people get offended, but the point still stands. If your kid, because your whole family is a reflection of you as a man, if your kid is in school being bad, being disrespectful, talking back to the teacher and all of that, it makes you look bad as a parent. You see what?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But I think it go both ways, because
what you mean?
As far as being a reflection of each other, because I made a comment the other day about one of our neighbors, about one of our neighbors, when I was like, why is it okay for whatever they're doing? I said, everybody looking at the husband like, dang, but I'm looking at the wife like, if you okay with that, it says something about her too, that I'd be like, don't pull up in front of the house like that. Don't, what I'm saying, when I'm somebody like the loud music, I'm like, turn that. Instead, it's like the wife just kind of go along with it. And I'm like, if that was me and you, I'd be like, don't, dude, you got to turn that down. You can't be coming up on in the neighborhood like that. You know what I mean? And I would think that you would, right, if I was doing something that you thought wasn't cool, you would call me out on it. So I think it's both. I think we're a reflection of each other. I think if one is doing wants something and the other one's okay with it, it's like, whether it be him or her, it's like they both, something going on with both of them, if you ask me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm saying.
I agree. In that situation, that's a little stretch, but I agree with you.
But do you know what I mean? Because we
why
have to.
Yeah.
We as a couple have to be on the same page most of the time, almost all the time.
Of course.
Whether it's your actions or my actions, we know that we have to worry about what the other one has going to affect the other, or how the other one going to feel about it, right? How that make you look or me look.
I agree.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying? And so it's the same thing with your wife. It's the same way with your employees. They all are a reflection of you, which is why people love certain restaurants more than others. They prefer to go to Chick-fil-A than Popeyes.
Oh, yeah.
You catch my drift, right?
Yeah.
Now, for those of you ladies that strong black woman and you can't do no wrong, like that chick that snatched the mic out of that white administrator's hands that was trying to do the graduation proceedings. If you one of them type of chicks, right?
Did you see that?
Let me just tell you.
Ooh.
What was it?
That was a mess, and I don't know why people even. She was at her college graduation, black girl. She waited till toward the end. I don't even know if it was the end of the graduation, but it was the white, like he said, administrator at the graduation, I guess, who was handing out or saying the names presenting whatever it was. The girl felt like she didn't give her a chance to say her full name. She thought the woman was being racist, pretty much. And she was saying, my name is 3 syllables, and she didn't give me, and her name was probably something like Amani, something simple. And she was saying this lady didn't give her a chance to say her whole name because it was too long. It's 3 syllables. I was like, what? I'm not sure if it's Amani, just said something like that, 3 syllables. But anyway, so she snatched the microphone out the lady's name, out the lady's hand during this graduation ceremony, and said all the stuff she said and threw the mic down. It was a mess. It really made her look bad, if you ask me. If you asking me, and I'm guessing that's what he's saying too. I have to show you the clip.
I'm not that guy. Like, I'm not the guy that's gonna simp. I'm not the guy that's gonna, you know, just automatically say, oh man, you right, strong black woman queen, just because your skin is dark and you know, you got some twists or you got some braids in your hair. It don't mean nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me. I align myself not based off of the color of your skin, but of the content of your character. And so I give the energy that's given to me. If you are a nice and respectful person, even when I do call-in shows on Friday, or I allow people to be able to come up on Wednesday on the Anton Daniels channel, you get the energy that you bring. So even if you disagree with me, you know, you can do it respectfully, and then you're going to get that same energy. Otherwise, either one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to get absolutely destroyed, and then you're going to be reaching out to me talking about, Anton, can you please take down the video? Or I'm just going to ignore you, and I'm not going to feel like I have time for you. It just depends on what kind of mood that I'm in, right? But I don't know. Well, yes, I do. Let me take that back. I know exactly why women today feel more empowered than ever to be able to talk to men the way that they do and don't feel any kind of repercussions as a result. They don't fear you. They don't respect you. They don't respect us, because the way that you are operating every day is then enabling them to feel like they can do whatever they want to do without any kind of repercussions as a result of. See, men know better, right? I know better. You know better as a man. The man is watching this right now. Your husband is watching this right now. You watching it, and then your husband is watching it while he at work, and you disrespecting him, typing hard in the comments. Men know better, because we understand that respect is earned and it's not given. See, we don't automatically expect respect just because we a man. We expect respect because we give it first.
You agree with that?
That y'all don't automatically expect respect? Which part?
Yeah.
Nobody should. You got it. Of course, everybody should, you know.
You agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
And what he's saying is men already know that, so they come into the situation.
I can see that too. Men come in.
But just like you were saying earlier, that woman wasn't expecting that dude to hit her like that.
Because.
But a guy, like I said, two guys might not be going back and forth like that unless they ready to fight.
I said that too. I said that you probably don't expect me as a woman, right. in my situation, me and you, not that we ever argue, but I feel like you wouldn't get to that point to where you would haul off and hit a woman. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in her situation, maybe, but at the same time, I also know that I wouldn't challenge you to the point to where you made, because I'm not about to I can't beat you in no fight. So I'm gonna know when to back off too. I'm gonna know when to say, okay, I might have just.
But you had a strong father in your life. Maybe that's what he's saying too.
Right, and so I know when it's enough. You reach the limit, and.
But what he's saying is, men know the consequences, and women.
And I do too.
Sometimes they act like they don't. Because you can't, if two men doing this, they know something might finna happen.
And
a woman could be doing that expecting nothing to happen. a woman.
did say, right, and I did say that. I said, well, maybe she felt like this guy not gonna hit me. I'm a woman,
he
right?
clearly was telling her.
And he was telling, and so right, and so at some point, if I feel if I'm arguing with a guy, I'm smart enough, I'm smart enough to feel like, I better back. I cannot beat this man.
Right.
I don't
At
want
least
him to
back
hit me.
up some.
Right. Let me retreat because I'm a woman and I can't win this fight. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. I can't win this fight. So I'm gonna know when to cut it off.
Yeah.
Whether it's respect, out of respect or not, it's out of being, that's common sense.
That's being smart.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be doing it anyway. But
and I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't have been arguing with.
First of all, you'd be trying to get your Polish.
That's all.
You'd be like,
that's it. Hot and fresh.
Right? And so when we get disrespected, then we have to pivot and then we assess. We assess the situation. The first thing you should do is try to figure out whether or not it's going to mess up and fumble your bag, because by all means, we never want to mess up the money, okay? And then the second thing that you have to do is you have to assess whether or not it actually makes sense and is worth it to even go down that path. Now, some things you just can't avoid, and this is even what they teach you in CPO classes, the concealed pistols license. You know, you want to avoid, and the last thing that you want to do is put yourself in a position where you have to defend yourself. And so,
but that'd be the opposite.
Because
people get guns, they be
like,
getting tough.
Yeah, and
They're like, boy, I got this pistol.
Right.
Hey.
Say something. Say something. Do something. They want your way down, right? That's what you're saying.
Can you avoid that at all costs? And that calls for you to be proactive. And this is what I'm advocating for women to do. Be proactive in that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're going back and forth with a man, and then we have to try to figure out who did what and why you got your feelings hurt as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Being proactive is also a form of protection. And so when they say
being proactive is my number one thing. I'd be like, I'll be proactive in every situation. I'm always thinking about where this gonna go or what this gonna lead to.
Yeah, of course. Me too.
But that's me.
I always, but you know,
like, nope.
you think I always think something's gonna go the worst way. Anyway, I always in my head play stuff out, and I be like, but in my head it's always bad. In your mind, you be like, oh, it's gonna because you feel like
optimistic,
right?
But I still don't trust nothing.
Oh, you know,
I'm
right?
both.
Yeah. You know,
that's
I
how
don't
you
trust
should
nothing.
be.
I don't trust nobody.
Nothing,
so
but be
I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to argue with nobody because, right? I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself in that because in my mind, some bad gonna happen from it. In my mind, from everything. In your mind, like you just said, well,
I ain't gonna even let it get to that.
Right.
I'm gonna take myself out of the situation.
You gonna take, and I do. That's
how
my
everybody
goal.
should feel. But
that's
some
my
people
goal.
Be like, I ain't going
and
nowhere.
I'd be like, right, what if that person don't let it go? Don't leave it alone.
That person never gonna let it go.
That's
that person.
That's how it is in my head. Rather, I'm done and moving on. That person still may be over there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being proactive is also a form of protection. And so when they say that black men don't protect them, I'm protecting you right now by telling you to shut your fucking mouth up, feeling like you can say any and everything to a guy.
Now, he ain't got to say it like that. I get what he's saying.
Protecting you, but
he ain't got to say it like that. You
that's I said the same thing.
Yeah, but you ain't never said it like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, keep dog. Telling you to shut your fucking mouth up, feeling like you can say any and everything to a guy, and that there's never supposed to be a repercussion as a result of it. I may not, you know what I'm saying, do anything because I'm a bag chaser and bag chasers don't fumble the bag. But it may be another guy that may not necessarily like what you say, or he may not be trained as well as me, or he may.
Some people don't give a damn.
Yep.
They crashing out.
And that's what I think.
They don't care what happened. They not even thinking about anything possibly can happen.
That's what I'm
saying. All they
saying.
know is they finna crash right now.
Yep. That's what I was saying about it can just go bad anyway. No matter what you doing, that other person could be on a whole
people
nother.
Get to that point, they not even thinking no more.
Right.
They just doing.
They blacking
out.
You could have And that's why, right? So you avoid the situation altogether because you think I can get in and pull myself out. May not happen like that
At the last minute.
At the last minute, but they already gone.
It's a wrap.
They done. Well, you about to be done. They gone. Yeah.
Take it off.
May not have as much self-control and respect, and I don't advocate for anybody to put their hands on nobody, so that's not what I'm talking about. But it may not be a guy that may be so nice, or you may put your hands on somebody, and equal rights deserve equal lefts. You know what I'm saying? And so,
wow.
I love that. Equal rights deserve equal lefts. I like that. I ain't never heard that.
Okay.
That was a good one. He dropping jewels.
I don't know about that.
may put your hands on somebody, and equal rights deserve equal lefts. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody is not going for that bullshit. Be careful, man, because y'all think that this online life for y'all, specifically for the ladies, is all cute and dandy, and then y'all gonna be crying at the end of the rainbow talking about, oh my God, my life is ruined because I was talking to... It's not all sweet. It's not all sweet. You know what I'm saying? Calm that junk down. Get your chick out of my DMs and tell her to pipe down.
Pipe down.
Because I've been doing this for a long time and I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Look at his face.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I gotta get this business taken care of.
He said he been doing this. You just getting in the deal.
Now we all know internet talk and people they comfortable, they get too comfortable. I believe that for sure. And so sometimes you feel like because you can say whatever you want on the internet, and I don't know, maybe you get a little too comfortable, start saying it in person or out loud in public. I don't really know, maybe, but he made some good points. Of course, he made some good points.
I'll protect you by telling you to shut up.
And again, I don't like the whole thing. You better control your wife. Now, do women?
I agree to a certain point, both ways, but. You know,
no, I think like he said, if you lead by example, like he said, your wife is a reflection of. So I know we talk about stuff all the time, so I know how you feel about stuff, and so I know I would not put myself in a situation that I know you wouldn't want to be in at the same time, and I don't want to be in either. But I think we both, you know, that's how we.
Yeah, I don't care.
Operate. And it work, of course.
I don't care if you just run into Walmart. Wash your face.
Yeah, all that. All that. It's all...
Your reflection. Not you.
All of that, though. Still. So what may happen at Walmart? If I get in Walmart and I'm cutting up, right?
Oh, there go can wife right there.
There you go. It could be anything. Now I ain't talking about that process cutting up.
Oh, you talking about popping... Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, like he just said, like I said, if I comment on people's comments.
I say you could leave a comment.
It's the same thing.
When you go, it's just such that you can't take too far. You can say what you want. You just can't go too far with everything.
Oh, of course.
I'm saying like old girl in the restaurant. She could have had an argument with dude, but at some point.
And that's what I just said.
It's time to shut it up.
You got to know when to retreat. You got to know when this situation is getting to something that I can't handle. It's getting out of my control. And it was getting out of her control real quick. He was telling her, but again, like I said, maybe she never really had a man in her life that actually hit a woman. And she's like, you just talking. But she didn't know him, and that's why we saying you don't know who you talking to.
That's make it even worse that you don't even know the dude.
But anyway, okay, we got to wrap this up.
But thank y'all for watching this. Another good Anton Daniels. Like, we gotta do we only watch Anton Daniels when he doing Charleston White.
Now we gotta do more just him.
I just like hearing him talk because he talk. Even if he don't know what he talk about, he talk like everything he said is factual.
He does,
and it's a proven fact.
Now I see why Charleston White coming on now.
Right, we thought it was Charleston White.
Right, but it's him. Yeah.
Charleston White got a character he portrayed. It's really Anton.
That's real.
Which is cool. Be yourself. I'm all for that.
All right.
Thank y'all. Like the video, please.
Please, all that.